everybody. Happy Monday. Good to see you. Big waves to you. I want to tell you, we missed all of you, and we got a lot of thanks to give. Michelle McKay, first of all, thank you so much. Um, we really appreciate you. Hill and Diane, can't say enough about you guys. Thank you so much. Sometimes, week one, you'll help somebody out and you're like, okay, this is fun. Week two, and by week three, you're like, okay, this is getting a little ridiculous. But you know what? I never said that. And I had so many people texting me talking about how much they enjoyed the time with you guys. And Cynthia Bolden, thank you as well. I could just go around the room and thank all of you. I laughed. I said, we must be boring people because we started the Coach's Corner during COVID, 2020, and we had not taken a break since 2020. So I look up, and the next break we take from the Coach's Corner should be somewhere around 2028. If we take a break every 4 or 5 years, that's not a bad thing, I guess. Or it tells us that we're kind of boring, one of the two. All right. Good to see everybody. So we're going to kick it off. And the word that we picked was actually one of my thoughts for the year for myself. Okay. And so I'm going to talk to you just really quickly about that. And the word is convenience. Convenience. And you look at the definition of convenience, it's the state of being able to proceed with something with little effort or difficulty. And if you go look at a lot of quotes, I actually am making a quote today that says, or this week that says, if you're interested, you'll do what is convenient. If you're committed, you'll do whatever it takes. And a lot of quotes that you come across with convenience attached to it has to do with kind of taking the lighter road, taking the road that is most traveled, like the less inconvenience to us. And that's so true. Like, I believe if we have purpose in what we're doing, if we know why we're doing it, like, it will create commitment over convenience, right? And I've seen that in my own life, like with my health. Like, when I'm committed, all the kind of things are changing in my body. When I start slipping and I lose my focus, then that's when the love handles start to creep on. I'm like, where did that come? Where did that come from? So, yeah. But that's not what I'm talking about. I want to give you another thought with convenience that I went, and it was for myself. And you guys on here seem so strategic, focused. So maybe you don't have this problem, but maybe there's somebody in here that does. And where I went this morning with convenience is convenience can refer to the quality of being easy to use, obtain or access, often saving time and effort. It encompasses aspects like accessibility, simplicity, and efficiency. So here's where my mind went for the year for Brent Palmer. And I'm not sure I'm doing it, so I'm glad I got this word to look at today. Sometimes we go so fast that there's not time to stop and do the convenient things that would save us time, that would create simplicity, and it would make our life easier. I'll give you an example. I still pay a lot of my bills driving to the location, like writing the check. Mary Catherine would be like, you do what? Because I know she's got it all set up without even asking. She's got it all set up on bill pay. She knows exactly when it's coming out. Like, everything is strategic. Andrea is a strategic person. Me, I make it hard like it was 1970. And so where I went this year in my life is I'm like, time matters. Time's important, right? We only have so much of it in a day. And I was going to really focus around when I pay a bill, is there an easier way to pay it so it could save time down the road? Right? when I'm training the team, is there a way I could create videos that would create simplicity and I could leverage that to save time? Like, what can I do in my life to create convenience? Like, Alan White owns his own company. Like, there's probably things that he's go, go, go that maybe he stops and goes, okay, there's maybe a simpler way to do this, but it's going to take me taking a day to figure it out so that it saves me time for the rest of my life. Okay. And that's where I went for this year. I'm not so sure I'm created it yet. So it was a great word for me to look at. And I challenge all of us, if you're like me and you go and you don't think about, okay, there might be a more convenient way to do it. I challenge you, like I'm challenging myself, to stop, figure it out so that it'll create extra time in your day for your future. Okay, Andrea, that was my thought. Hope it made sense.
Absolutely made sense. And it's incredible how rusty you get. This is only my second Zoom in like 3 weeks, and I think I forgot how to Zoom. So thank you guys for your patience, and thank you everybody for all of the support. So we were able to go on this incredible adventure and feel good and comfortable about it. So do love this word. And I think a lot of times, like when I was looking into it, it talked a lot about, convenience in a negative way, right? Like, don't just do what's convenient, do the hard things, do all that. And yeah, I agree. If we want to do more in our life, if we want to be more, if we want to create more, we do have to do the hard things. But sometimes, in order to do the hard things, we have to make the other things convenient. Like, how can we have time to do all of the hard things if we're making all of our life difficult? So, what I looked into was, how do we create a life of convenience so that we have the time to go do the things that are truly important? So I kind of piggybacked on you this morning, Coach, and hopefully it ties in well. But what I looked into is, what are the steps we can do to kind of set up our life so it's a little bit more convenient? So first of all, we got to prioritize organization. And I haven't unpacked. I have luggage everywhere. My entire world is very disorganized right now. So I can say that I'm not doing this at the moment, but I will get back into it. So it's talking about, establish those routines, establish the systems that help streamline your daily tasks. So we can keep, some examples is, if you always use the same, creamer, well, put it in the little front compartment of your refrigerator. Or if when you're going to brush your teeth in the morning and you want to make sure you floss, well, keep that stuff right there on the counter, even though it looks nicer tucked away. I don't know if you guys know this. I hate anything on a flat surface. So if you come to my house, everything's hidden, but it can make our life a little bit more convenient if we leave some things out so that we can reduce the time searching for them. But just create the systems, get a little bit organized so that life is more convenient. Next is embrace technology. So this is exactly what Coach was talking about. And we're going to get there, Coach. I know we're going to get there with that online stuff, but we can embrace the tools and the apps that automate and simplify some of the tasks, such as that online banking. Or, I'm a huge fan of delivery services, grocery delivery services. My sister's been using this for years, and I'm cheap. So I'm like, I don't want to pay the extra to get somebody to deliver it. But let me tell you, when you get busy, sometimes you got to pay a little bit of money to make your life a little bit easier. So, smart home devices, so you can set your alarm and open your garage and do all the things, but that technology can make our life more convenient so that we have time for the things that truly matter. Next is to delegate and outsource. So you guys know, again, that my son got this motorcycle this year. I don't know how that happened, but anyway, we'll talk about that another day. But he's got to earn it. And so he got the choice of the chores. So his current choice is, he's in charge of the garage and the outside space inside the fences. So he doesn't mow the lawn just yet, but inside the fences he's in charge of. And that was selfish on my part. I don't have time and the ability to keep the garage up. It's a disaster right now. There's weeds everywhere. And so to make my life more convenient, I'm outsourcing and giving him that. My daughter does the meal prepping. All of these things that outsource makes my life a little bit convenient, makes their life a little bit better because they can earn some pocket cash or some things that are important to them. But the more we can outsource, the flyers or, different things in our life makes our life more convenient so that we can do the things that we really need to get done. Next is to simplify our choices. I get made fun of sometimes that every time you see me in an event, I'm pretty much in the same outfit because I have my event outfits and I know that I like them. I know I feel comfortable in them. I know that I feel professional and pulled together. And so I have 4 or 5 that I kind of rotate at the events. So if you've been to a few events with me, you're like, I really like that vest. It's really looks really comfortable and like you really like it. Well, yeah, because that's my official event vest and I'm going to wear it, every 2 or 3 events. But that makes my life more simple when I'm going into those events because I'm not worrying about exactly what I'm going to wear. And we could do that really in our day-to-day life. Pick your favorite exercise outfits and you just know that's what you're going to wear Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or whatever it may be. But that simplifies our life, makes it more convenient, and it gets rid of that decision fatigue. And I'll tell you, decision fatigue can be a killer, that when you get to the end of the day and somebody asks you what you want for dinner and you're like, I can't make a single other decision today. Don't even ask me anything because I just can't do it. Just throw some food at me and we'll move on. Next is to plan ahead. So we can anticipate our needs and we can plan accordingly. And that avoids that last minute frantic rush or those emergencies. So use that calendar. Use Siri, have her remind you of things, that will help us stay prepared. And then lastly, invest in quality. And you guys know I'm a little bit cheap. And so I'm going to pick like the least of, the most affordable option out of all the things, which means that sometimes I'm replacing all the things over and over and over again, which takes more time. It's going to cost me more in the long run. So embrace the quality, choose durable, reliable products and services so that you don't have to frequently replace them. So we don't have to keep going back to the store or whatever it may be. It's going to save us time, make our life more convenient in the long run. So that's what I had this morning. It's so great to see everybody. And I'm so grateful for the time away, but so grateful for the time back with all y'all.
I'm already feeling better. I'm feeling better just being inside and seeing this community again. So guys, we love you. We appreciate you. Thank you so much. So many of you reached out and just said, have a good time, enjoy your trip, don't worry about anything. And I want to tell you, that's hard to find in the world. And I just thank you so much for your heart. So we love you. We're grateful for you. Have a blessed Monday. We'll see you back tomorrow.
See you
See you
guys.
later.
Love you guys. So glad to have you back.
Bless you.
Love to hear
Guys,
your
grateful for
voices.
you.